NBC Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Here we go, here we go.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Shakes off the sack. Flush to his right. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's what really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
On the Seahawks 46-yard line.
Down the Holmes. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
66.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level. 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, we'll start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's a game 20. And the Seahawks first down.
Strip that ball. 44 is the Mike. 44 is Mike. Check. You. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Out. Switch. Rip.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
First and goal.
I I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Taylor, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0.
Bengals nothing. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Bengals drive about to get going. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out a point. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man. Complete.
Woo, yeah!
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Brown, 78 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Elliott good on the extra point. And we'll tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signal for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good, looking to be a threat come January. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Throwing on second and long. Brady completes it to Evan Ingram. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check. Fresno. Joker. SOS.
Hey, 66.
SOS. Hey, watch it.
49, check 49.
Alert. Kill.
Easy.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
You ain't going nowhere. Back, back, back. Let's go us. No, 66. Ozzie. Ozzie. Hey, Alabama.
Another try after the first down sack. Brady taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. These two teams all tied after one. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
All right, here we go.
Check 24, check 24. Watch the edge.
Regular, regular.
Check 6 guys.
Hey, 166.
Running left, Taylor. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals 32. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Switch it.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Regular, regular.
Now they'll throw with Brady. That's Cordero Patterson holding it in and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Check 4, check 4. Check.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Brought down at the 2-yard line.
Rip.
1st and goal, Seattle.
They'll look to run with Taylor, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 14-7.
14. Bengals 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And it'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Watch the twist.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, he's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Come to my world. Show an A. Show an A.
Come on, baby.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass and pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. They find some open field here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando. The coach, he'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
He's miles away and smiling.
And happy. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there. And they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 14-yard line.
That's a lot, eh?
Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Oh, get him. Get him. Get him. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check 52.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And no return on this one as the fair catch a signal for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining.
Go 50. Switch. Hey, 50.
Brady now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Play action. It's Brady. Forced out to his left. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's caught. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Hey, watch the lane. Yellow. Hey, check Mike.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike.
Yellow. I'm coming after you. Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27.
Hey, 57 color, 57 color.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's fielded at the 45. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. 1 second, all that remains. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Jakeem Grant now to return. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
I got you.
Check it.
Check.
Let's go on. No, 60 shadow.
Just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Check. Undercrush.
Ozzy.
55 is Mike, guys. 55. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Check. 55 to Mike. Check.
The throw once more on second and 10. Brady. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
44, Mike.
Hey, Alabama.
Hey, watch the slant.
Gold 50.
Jam. 44 is the Mike.
72.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. KJ Hamler, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Bengals 10. Harrison Butker sets the kickoff.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change their thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Second and 4.
Keep it up. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike.
Mahomes going to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Steps away to his left.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. Mahomes now to throw.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
At their own 47-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, that throw by Brady incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check 31, check 31. Hey,
On the handoff, Taylor. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with the bandit.
Hey, check it.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jonathan Taylor with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Bengals 10. Harrison Butker sets their kickoff.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Here I come. Let's go.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes being chased out left. He gets it to Thomas. Thomas barreling ahead. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. All the people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Quick slant to Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right to Mixon on the check down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Seahawks are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawling around until it's over.
He'll buy some time right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Mecole Hardman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. It does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. 1st down screen pass, good for 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means after.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And my goodness, another interception. interception. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Wait, set. 380.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Go bandit.
Shift. Check.
Hey, go 66. Check it, reload.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Flushed out right. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Slam. Check 37.
They'll run here with Taylor. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Here's Taylor again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Handoff to Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Obi Miller finally with the tackle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. Brady going to throw here on the move to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Check 26, check 26.
Now a play fake. Brady.
He'll check this one down to Taylor.
And some space here. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Yeah, big play there. When you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Shift. Check three.
On play action. Now Brady. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Shadow!
53, check 53. You must be dreaming. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Wrap it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard
The
line.
Bengals drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for that's
all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's the tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Double tight.
From the 39, Mahomes dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. Taylor's got the first down and more. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Sugar! Go Bandit!
Back to Taylor on 1st down. Room to run past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. A lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. So we got man.
Check Shadow. Check 50.
Brady going to look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is taken in at the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing.
About themselves. That number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything.